I mean, that's the knowledge he gave me to use. If you can view it, you can video it.
The clerk has her rule, and I'm going to go by the rule.
That's the public. Making up new rules.
How are you, honey? Oh, I haven't seen you since the last time. You do. I just got some friends to just for your information, that's the letter that
She said you can't film it.
This is a public building. This is a public meeting.
How are you?
yes, can you go something in the back?
No. It's a public, this is a public meeting, you guys.
There's sensitive information that can't go online. That's the thing.
Okay, well, when we get to there, let me know what that sensitive information is. It's a public meeting.
Yeah.
What is sad, we have 5 rooms in the neighborhood. 5. And they all are well kept. It's simple. It's like the back in the day,
I don't like it when you have that look.
Well, she's on with the public access coordinator saying we can't film this.
You can't film.
This is a public meeting. That is what you said originally. It is exactly what you said. It is exactly what you said.
Back where it's designated.
We can go there, Linda. We can. Yes, lightning may strike you.
I got a call him. I left a message for him to call me, because that's what he told me last year. And the federal law says he's gonna have to call me. Well, I told him to call Linda, but if he calls me, then you can have him put me out if you want to, but yes, you will have to make a complaint. Well, then I'm gonna stay here and film it, because that's what I was told last year by him. If you can view it, you can video it.
Mm-hmm.
And be making new rules, you had to post
Not
that.
making any rules, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, that's what,
Those are the rules that have already been in
well, where
place.
they at?
Okay.
Nobody's, where, did you post them? Did you
Can I
publish them?
film or not?
Yeah, you can film. It's a public meeting.
Just back row.
We have a designated area for you.
That's
It ain't even.
Am I where I need to be or need?
You need to go back one more, I think it is. One more row.
That's fine.
Linda, where is these rules published at?
And the rest of you, you want to violate our rules, violate our rules.
Well, that's what we
You
gonna do.
either follow rules or you don't.
How we know the
And
rules,
most of you
Cam?
don't.
Where the rules at?
We just told you.
No, no, you're supposed to post them in writing for the public to view and see. You know that. Now, you know that. I don't know why you even going along with all this foolishness.
Okay. Let's go on ahead. I'm doing fine. And I'm glad that they're here. I want the public to be here. I just don't think that it's a lot to ask to go by just that much.
Not when they've been told, when I've been told differently by your boss, Linda, not by no Joe Blow. Your boss told me that. They told me that. from
Here's the
that
thing.
state.
The citizens should not be responsible to film this. They should have this on for themselves, for the public to see. So it shouldn't even, I mean, I've taken time off work to come here. They get paid to be here.
Just sit here and be quiet. I can do that. Can I ask any questions you want? I'm sorry that I mean, but this is the form that we have to place. David, David, so we do have a camera back here, because you had mentioned that you need to be able to see the back signs. So the camera is here and it's up there.
Okay.
So you know.
The one that I was more concerned about when I made the suggestion was in your voting where you tabulate the votes, multiple camera angles for tabulating, because you can only fit so many people in there, so that the people can observe it out here.
What we're going to ask is that the public would participate with us and come up and actually feed the ballots in.
Oh, okay. I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about the actual election.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Understood.
That's all right. Sometimes I'm not well at explaining myself, so.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Yeah, how can I help you?
I guess I can ask you to move to that row so if you're gonna record.
Well, it's a public
It is,
meeting
but
and it's a
not all the
public.
information that could be picked up on
Correct.
camera can be,
So we've got to call into the public access coordinator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it should be listed here to tell us where we can sit and where they can do all this.
Right.
We've been to other meetings like this. That's never been a requirement in any other county. So we're asking to see those rules published so that we can see those to follow those.
it's understandable. But,
So that's what we're asking.
okay, well, I have to enforce what they've posted so far right now.
Where's it posted?
Right there. It says no camera equipment beyond this point. So I see your point. I had no idea this is the first time I've.
Before the meeting.
Yes. I'm sure it was there.
Okay, so is this an Indiana code?
No, I just told them, last year we went through the same thing. The public access counselor, Luke Britt, he said, the rule of thumb is if you can view it, you can video it. I was right there videoing. And he said that I was within state law. Yes.
Rebecca, you filed a complaint about this last year.
He
with the
said
public
she
access
did nothing
camera.
wrong and neither did I.
And the public, and our rules were the same at that time, I believe. You can't come up and just film
No, that's
willy-nilly what's up here.
I'm not filming
And
nilly-willy,
you
but he
can't
said what
capture-
I
you
did
can't
there.
capture images of the ballots or the equipment.
You're not supposed to have nothing on them ballots that's not supposed to be viewed anyway. We
This is
run.
being conducted as a test, just like it was election day, just like it's the election.
Tim, I went
And you
over,
can't go into a polling place
I went-
and take pictures of people's
I
ballots.
went over to Muncie and they let the public do the public test.
And
And
any of
before
the-
Linda
you filed
became
your complaint.
clerk, well, I will, but, before you became clerk, the people did the
We're
test.
asking you to do it today. Okay?
Asking me to do what?
To abide by the rule, which is to go back where the designated area is
The
to film.
public access counselor also said that I did nothing wrong when I stood right there and
Well, the
filmed.
public access counselor said Linda did nothing wrong
Well,
too,
then,
and
so
saying
you
there
right
could be
and
a
I'm right,
designated
but we
area.
was, no, that was for us sitting. I did sit in the designated area. He's gonna call me, I gotta call. I haven't
To
started
answer
filming
your
yet.
question, Rebecca, we are gonna be asking members of the public to come in and feed the ballots in. Okay?
Well, if they can't see nothing, he said if you can see it, you can video it. Have you heard that before?
No, and you can see it from right there and video it as
Well, I
well.
will.
Sort of privacy for the ballot.
Are y'all gonna arrest me if I don't?
I'm not arresting
Well, then I ain't
anyone.
moving then. You said tell them to leave then. If you're not gonna arrest me, then I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
I am a lady of peace, ma'am.
Well, Linda, this ain't, you need to stand up and stand up for the people who put you in office.
I don't want to interrupt her yet.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Were you considering putting the cameras in at multiple angles on the election day in the county room?
Well, I'm
depends
glad,
on
'cause
what
I didn't
we are
think
able to
about
do.
that. I've already
Okay.
read that, got a copy
That
of it.
with cameras.
I'm not against
We
right now.
have
I'm
been
concerned
talking
this
about how we're going to
charade
do
here.
the election
Last
day.
year,
And
Luke
so
Rick told
we're
me
working
if you
through all
can
of
do
those
it,
and
you can see
hopefully
it. Now, y'all done made
we'll
the
get that
night,
taken
y'all.
care of for you.
This rule
Well,
about
You know, like I said, with that, it seems like with doing that, it would take care of a lot of the controversy that may arise, maybe. Okay.
They got same setup you got here. And why we gotta go through this. Now, unless I'm gonna get arrested, I'm gonna sit right here. Well, yes, because Linda said I gotta sit back there, and I'm about tired of this. I am at the public testing of the machine at the county and Madison County Courthouse. As close as I can get, I may have to be moved here. They're requesting that we sit back further, so you can't see nothing. So last year we went through the same thing, and they said if you can see it, you can view it. So unless I'm gonna get arrested, I'm gonna stay right here. Now, that's the bottom line, it's making rules. Now, they said they posted that this morning, nothing was posted ahead of time. No laws were broken, there's no laws broken. Other places, you get to go right up to the machines. Charade they got going on here is unacceptable.
All right.
Should be.
Okay, thank you.
This is the public testing of the voting machine.
Making sure I turned on.
Okay,
the
thank you
ringer.
very much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tim Lana, and I've been designated as the chair of this morning's meeting in the Madison County Election Board, which is now called to order. Today's date is October 3, 2024. The purpose of our meeting today is to the public testing of the voting equipment as required by state law. I would note that legal notice of this meeting was posted by being posted on September 27th, 2024. The notice was also given to the relevant media for this meeting this morning. I would like to announce that the meeting is being live streamed, and public access of the recorded meeting may be found in the meeting archives on the county website. I'd like to make a few introductions at this time. As I indicated previously, I'm Tim Lana. I'm acting as chairman this morning of the election board. The chairman, Mr. Willis, could not be here today, so he has designated as his proxy Sharon Gilmore. And welcome, Sharon. Thank you for being here today. And of course, Linda Smith is the clerk and board secretary. I also want to show that today we have with us Sue Clark. Sue, I can't see you, I can see your hand. And Sue is our field representative from ES&S, the voting machines company. I believe, field technician. I'm calling you field technician, Sue. I was thinking that Becky Roush might be here, but I don't know if you are here. Okay, good. Oh, there you are. Thank you very much. And you are the field representative from ES&S, is that correct? All right, so at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Sue Clark, who will take us through the testing process. Sue? Okay, so we're going to invite the public to come up.
View that everything is zero.
As we have instructed previously, we would ask you not to record as you're viewing the process.
So there's been 0 tapes printed and everything says public count 0. So if anybody wants to walk up and view that, you're more than welcome to come up and do that.
Well, I'd like to ask you a question, Sue. The state access counselor said anything that we can view, we can record.
That's
video.
not for me to answer.
I know,
that's
but
for them.
y'all, they representing y'all's equipment here. Now, all other equipment you can do that on. Now, what is the reason why you can't video somebody?
David, you can go ahead and come on up. Anybody who wants to come up and take a look at the screen, you're welcome to.
You can I get an explanation, Linda, why they can't video it?
And the protected count is like the odometer on a car, so this is approximately
just
how
asking
many
a
ballots
question.
have been through this equipment since they bought it.
Since the board, okay, can I ask a couple of questions while I'm up here?
Sure.
Okay, with programming system, so there's a central programming where all of our machines are programmed by, correct?
The programming comes from Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay, is it done by, memory stick? Is it done over the internet?
Secure transfer files.
It's burned in Omaha on hardened flash drives. So
Hardened
it's
flash
specific
drives, okay.
flash drives that can only be used for that purpose. Nothing else is on it.
Okay, like an iron key, so I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
So it's encrypted and everything just for the machine?
Yes. They're specific encrypted flash drives only from Omaha, from ES&S.
And
Nothing
it's shipped
else.
by courier to here?
It's shipped. I mean, they're
Via the secure transfer files.
Okay, so it is transferred by the internet. It's secured files, but transferred by the internet
they're burned in Omaha
onto the,
onto the flash drive.
Flash
Those
drives.
flash drives are shipped here overnight.
okay, by secured mail,
Yes.
okay. That's what I was checking, and then,
And none of the programming equipment, nothing is ever hooked to the internet. Even our
fantastic.
equipment here, as you can see, I brought this is our election night
It's a
recording.
hardened computer
It's
system.
hardened
as well.
computer, there's no internet or anything with cloud.
Okay, and then the programming is kept by Linda, I would hope it'd be your office, secured in case there's any question about programming integrity?
Correct.
Okay, I'm good with that. Thank you.
Larry, you're welcome to come out.
I missed the first part, so I don't know exactly what's going
And then
on.
this is
We'll
the
explain it to
odometer
you
on
when
the
you
car.
come.
Okay.
Okay?
That's fine.
That makes sense. Mhm.
Can I ask a question? What is the reason why I can't video what I can view? If I can come up there and view it, I should be able to video it. That's what I was told last year by the Public Access Council.
Rebecca, did he send you something in writing? Because I would like to see that.
Well, I will certainly tell him, ask him to. I got a call in. I called him a few minutes ago and left a message for him to call you and me. But I still would like to know what your reasoning is for me not to be able to video what somebody can view. Do you have your explanation in writing?
I do.
Well, may I see it?
Yes, ma'am. I'll have to give you a
Well,
copy
I
of it.
understand a little bit better.
But I'm not leaving this room,
Because
but
they
I'll
won't
get
let
you a
them
copy
video
of it.
out here.
Well, it wasn't published nowhere. I went on the election side.
That's what
Okay, you ready to continue? Okay, so V-stop, which is, explain what V-stop is, because I'm not from the state of Indiana.
It's the voter technical oversight program through Ball State, and they have the
My husband
laboratory.
was retired.
They accept all of our inventory
I don't know where we'd
at
go,
the beginning
but-
of an election year. And from that inventory, they randomly select
A
machines
travel
that are
trailer
required
has
to be
wheels,
tested.
so.
Okay, so the list is here, they give us all of our serial numbers, and their instructions are to choose the first 3 to 4 machines that are listed on that to do the public test on. So V-stop, which is your control in the state of Indiana, all of your programming, your software licensing, all of that is all V-stop. They're the ones that control what machines. We didn't just randomly go out to our warehouse and pick out 4 machines. By law, we only have
No,
to
as soon
test
as I
2
seen that,
machines.
it just,
I doubled it this time.
I thought, how dare you?
So then that way, we're testing more than
And
that.
yes, you'd make it great,
Also,
because you have compassion.
we are testing
And you
8
care.
precincts. We only have to test 3. But this time we are testing 8. Technically 6, but 2 of those have a school split in there. So we're actually testing 8. What we do with that, the reason for that is I want to make sure that I test every school board race, every Senate race, the U.S. representative districts. I have hit every one of your districts and school boards with the ballots that we're testing to prove that the actual votes are tallied properly and they're going into the right quote buckets, okay, or to the right places. So I have pre-marked ballots with a pre-test and a pre-tape. So if anybody wants to come up and run ballots for us, this is your time.
So members of the public, if you wanna come up and participate, we invite you to do that.
But I can't bring my camera, right?
No, they are live ballots. They are live election ballots.
Well, that don't make no sense. If you can
So,
view it, you
You
can
want,
video
you want to stand here and do this? So your card, you enter your card on this side, and then you'll find the public count will increment to one. Okay, so just keep doing that. Are you,
These are
you want to run it?
It's actual fake ballots, like when I'm on a ballot, and I have one vote.
Right, so, yeah, each ballot is marked a special way, which I also have a list of how I mark the ballots here. Each one is marked a certain way, so in that way I can tell that every candidate at least gets one vote, and that also the votes will increment. Right, after we do the public test, they'll all get cleared out to zero. Yes, because they are test ballots with Olivia Franks.
This is questions people ask me.
Yes, exactly, okay, yeah, they're actual test ballots. Anybody else? We've got 2 more machines here that we have to run.
Well, I'd like to run it.
Well,
and
then-
film it.
But you can't film while you're running.
Can't film the ballots. You don't
No,
wanna, you
cannot
don't wanna
film
vote.
ballots.
The ballots aren't, you say they're fake ballots.
They're
You're
not
gonna-
fake ballots, these are live ballots. We are
Well-
testing the live ballots to make sure that your ballot that you are marking is actually
I know
going.
they're live ballots,
They are
but
they are marked test on the
I
ballot.
know it, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does, because these are actual live ballots.
They're not gonna be counted in the real election.
Keep going. Oh, put them all in. Yeah, put them all in. You run them all, yep. Anybody else?
Muncie did live ballots, they had people come up and test theirs, they used different machines.
I didn't think there was like
Yeah, just keep doing it.
people that were on.
At one year, they said they weren't, last year they said it didn't matter. These are just test ballots supposedly, so what difference do it make?
Yeah, there's not much of it. But yeah, you're right. We have 2 big dogs. So
So the rest of these ballots need to be run.
We're going on the advice of the attorney.
Who else should we?
Jeff
Sure,
Gray?
I got it. I don't know how to do it.
It's been here for most of this.
Good.
He's given
How
us
the
the
boys
advice.
doing? Good.
When do we need to get people running? I think who else is gonna run?
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
No, thank you.
Why?
Jerry?
Why are there real people?
Okay, they're not supposed to be, are there real names on the
They're
ballots?
absolutely, totally real
Yeah,
ballots,
we need
except
to
they say
set-
test on the back of it.
And they're real names on
Real
them?
names.
Okay, they're not supposed to use real names according to the Secretary of State.
That's what I
So,
was told.
yeah, they're not supposed to use real names. So they're using real names on the ballots.
Yeah, they are.
Well,
They're not supposed
they
to.
didn't have to. They could have made fake names. Then why did y'all put real names on the ballot?
Make sure it's correct.
I mean, what was the reasoning? I know that's what you chose. You just gonna turn your back on me and I'm asking you a question?
And that's who you elect, right there,
Green, orange.
to represent the people.
And then these are saved, these are not destroyed, in case they need to do it.
I am.
I saw you on TV the other day.
Good morning, Missy. Good morning, how are you?
I saw you on TV last, or was it last Sunday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Jerry, you can
do
do
that
the
quite
end
often.
machine if you want. You want to do the end one?
Maybe you get me on there with you one day.
Okay, so these are totally, once it's to this part, this is anonymous, once it gets put in the machine, but it's the verification of the voter that's done beforehand, but there's
Nothing that signifies that that's anybody's ballot.
that's why I was
No,
asking, okay.
nothing at all.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, that one goes into the body, one at a time. This is what our absentee ballots are like. So if you get an absentee in the mail, that's what they look like. Now, that was a blank ballot, so what we wanna do is we wanna get, that we're casting a blank ballot. We wanna prove that if somebody has a blank ballot, that they can go ahead and cast that. Yes, they do. So then this one is overvoted. See, I voted for 2 candidates in the office, so go ahead and put that in.
Oh,
Yep.
I don't know. I know she worked
And
with
it should come up
county.
and say that I overvoted in the presidential, president, vice president. I voted for 2 candidates, but we want to cast it.
It's a public meeting. You're allowed to know.
Oh, she just looks familiar to it. Are you a public official?
No, I work for the equipment.
Oh. So so you take this equipment around, I mean, you go other places besides here, is that correct?
I'm the account manager for the state of Indiana.
Okay.
So any counties that have our equipment,
So how many counties in this state do you?
14 counties have some form of ESNS equipment. Yeah, questions?
Or I've had it saying, I didn't know.
No.
So I voted for everybody.
Not on machines.
Yes.
I need to get clarification.
That's a blank ballot, yeah. You out here ain't never seen these machines. These machines are supposed to be brought out into the community so people get used to them. They never came to the west side. Never. People go in there and we took them to the Alexander, not you, but
I feel like from what I see, it's
but
last year I actually took them to the impact center site.
well, we took them one place. They should.
An attorney.
This is another way for people to see how these machines work. I was able to go around and do a test with the phone in my hand and even do the calculator. So it's all in one room.
No, we got it.
Very long time.
We got a
Go upstairs again and all that.
Republican chair, it's terrible.
Well, here they say it's a completely different show.
You got that right.
He's a Democrat.
I'll speak out.
I just
I
know
can't
that
get out and see John. I got
it's
to
a little confusing if it's said that these are
But I was
last
told that
ballots.
if you could do it,
It is all current election data at this election day. So this is exactly what your ballots will look like on each day. Same candidates and all of that. It's just that we're marking it as
Yesterday I had to get all my yards I mowed done.
results to make sure that all the candidates.
See what happens when you become a senior.
Is that pretty standard for what you did to other counties?
You mow your
They ask people on
That's a good
the
deal.
actual, people run for office on the ballots, or do they use fake names?
No, all public test by law is testing the current data that will be of the election. Just to make sure that you're testing exactly what's going to be used now. So everything is final on here that will be presented on election day to make sure that our test is accurate.
I appreciate
Does
it.
anybody want to help Terry do this
I appreciate it.
Anybody
machine?
this one looks like it's
What are we doing?
It's just one more machine. And we
these ballots.
Oh, you're feeding, oh, you're gonna
Okay,
feed them all?
Catherine's gonna do it.
Nothing in my hand.
Well, hey, I gotta get back to work.
that's, and I see it happening.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I appreciate you guys.
Exactly. Well,
This last machine is yours.
See you guys later.
Thanks.
Guys.
I'm sure you guys, with the election should be here. Is that something?